This is integrated 3. It's problem number 1-7. It says, in this course you will learn strategies that allow you to make sketches of many different kinds of graphs. However, when the directions tell you to make a complete graph, this means you must do more than make a quick sketch. To make a complete graph, you need to use graph paper, scale and label the axes. I'll talk about that. Plot points accurately, and label key points. On a separate set of axes, make a complete graph of each of the following functions. So I see how the answer key, I can tell that they're counting by twos because they labeled it. And so if you're trying to just copy this graph from the answer key, you're going to have to label like what the intercepts are. I'm going to show you a different way to do this that would make more sense in your situation. If you need to have graph paper though. So let's try letter A. It says y equals negative 2x plus 7. So this is a y equals mx plus b. If you remember, y equals mx plus b. B is our y-intercept. So you're going to label that. Because I'm counting by ones, and I plan on counting by ones on both axes, I'm not going to put numbers on it or make any marks. And then this is my slope. Slope is rise over run, so I'm supposed to go down 2 over 1, like rise over run, right? So I go to my intercept, and I'm going to go down 2 over 1. When I go over, I go to the right. And that's enough. I could keep going if I want to. I can go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. I mean, I can keep going, and I can go up 2 less 1. But really, all I need is the 2 points. And then just do a reasonable job. I see I missed my point. Do a reasonable job at connecting your points. Do the best you can. So this one, I can tell that this intercept, I'm going to go ahead and label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And then this intercept is 3.5. Like that. And so I was supposed to, what else was I supposed to use? I used my graph paper. I did proper scaling. That's good enough for scaling. I was counting by ones. Every grid line's a 1. Plot points, I did my best at plotting the points accurately. I used a ruler, and I labeled some key points. And that's this. Okay, I'm going to do the next ones a little faster. So this is also in slope-intercept form. So this is y equals mx plus b. B is the y-intercept. This is, oh, also you need to have little y's and x's on these, and arrows. There's my y-intercept. Slope is rise over run, so I go up 3 and over to the right by 5. If I wanted to go the other way, I can go down 3, 1, 2, 3. Like that, just to help me get a nicer graph. All right, let's make sure I did it right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Just make a reasonable effort at a straight line. Use something straight, like a straight edge or a piece of paper or something. Okay, so okay, I'm just labeling key points. This one is not in slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, is when the y is all by itself. You can do algebra on this and get the y by itself, or you can just use another method where you just find the intercepts. Like here, let's make a little table. I usually do this very quickly. I'm going to plug in a 0 for x, and I'm going to find out what y equals when I plug in 0 for x. So 3 times 0 is 0, so that goes away. And then I have 2 times something equals 6. Well, now I easily can find that the x-intercept, or the y-intercept is 0, comma. And the x-intercept, I'll just put in for y, 0, find out what x is. 0, 0. 3 times 6, well, 3 times 2. See how we did that? Those are my two steps. Okay, and then I'm not even really so hung up on you labeling these as long as I can tell that they're exactly at the little intersections of the grid lines. But since I'm here, it's hard for me to say that's 2, 0, and that's 0, 3. Y equals x squared. Well, let's make a little table. Plug in some numbers. Maybe plug in -1, 0, and 1. That's what I like to plug in if I mean, I know this is a parabola, and I know what it looks like, but I'm just you just plug in some numbers. So -1 squared means -1 times -1, which is +1. 0 squared is 0, and 1 squared is 1. So -1, +1, 0, 0. Okay, I know that I could go, I know it goes a little, it's going to be a U shape, but it's going to kind of flare out. I could plug a 2 in. 2 squared is 4. Okay, and then I know it has symmetry, so I can just put another one over here. And then if I go any more, it's just going to go off my graph anyway, so I'd say that that's enough. That's a decent graph. I'm not even going to label any of the points. It's obvious that that's 0, 0. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do if it ever says to give a complete graph.